Yeah, no doubt about it. It's bright and early for NA. You know, I mean, I've been up. These players definitely been up all night. It's a little bit of a difference, though, right? But here they are, fired up, ready to game out, man. A pleasant surprise for us. Some clicks and Creo gameplay.
Yeah, I think this definitely does make the Heat a bit more pleasant to watch, right? Being able to watch world-class players in Clicks and Creo sort of try to stomp it on the EU. I think that like the one thing that NA does get a bit of the rap for is just not being able to perform on EU the way EU is able to perform on NA, right? So yeah, I think that is what like it comes down to at the end of the day, right? Like, because I think the biggest difference is like EU is just such a big region that we just have like a lot more of the talent, and I am really interested to see how these guys perform. I think we're going to see a bunch of, you know, just basic open format sort of strategy come into play, right? Just W key and taking these edge zone fights, really trying to rack up like the elimination counter a bit, because that is like the biggest thing when it comes to trying to make it through a Heat, being able to have a couple of games where you do just completely stomp the rest of the competition.
I mean, right now we're looking at what is almost a 20 elimination run already here from Creo and Clicks. And we're looking at this man walk through, grab the walls, take the cones. Like, look, they're throwing everything down the way they're supposed to. And they're putting up the numbers right now. This is interesting. Like we said, we didn't know what to expect, but now it's starting to all come together and make more sense. NA teams getting opportunities. And you said it, EU is constantly also stepping into the NA realm, right? We've seen them higher and higher for EU and really just proven to the world, hey, we're great at the game, and here's why.
Yeah, I think what I really want to see out of these NA guys is just like the understanding and awareness that they are playing maybe off ping. Like right now we're seeing like Clicks and Creo, they're playing this like as NA, like they are trying to go for walls, they're trying to go for full piece control. And obviously ultimately like you will have to do those things. They will go for like the most important pieces, right? They're gonna maybe go for a cone and a back wall. They're not gonna try fully box you up because they understand that, you know, due to connection, they may not be able to do that. And that awareness is always gonna be key. Clicks goes down here through Heat 1 and Heat 2. Are definitely gonna be able to have a field day, right? In terms of just the caliber of player that they're gonna be able to come up against. Being open, you have so many, you know, different skill levels competing with each other. And so some of the big fish will be able to feed, most definitely. And even with Creo being solo, it does look he's managing to hold on to himself here relatively well. I actually am really interested to see if he can win this, because he's playing for the win. Like he wants to try and win, ultimately comes to an end. Props to him though, right? A good
playing with the disadvantages here. You know, you want to set yourself up for success. So now I think that's the strat more or less here. Get really, really comfortable and then take all the fights you can get.
Well, ultimately, I want to see more of this, because if you pay attention to the zone, right, like what they've done is they've pushed out of the zone, right? They're taking an edge zone fight. They know that there's not really going to be anybody here to third party, so we can just take the 2v2 freely. And you can see they just build for, take the 2v2, win the fight, and they can move back into zone. They actually do spot another player. I wonder if they will continue to aggress, but now they can head back towards the zone.
Good job for Mars, man. Mars knows how to close out here. He's doing a really, really, really sound job right now.
I think his best bet is going to be to get these two teams to fight it out. Eventually, these two teams will collide. He just needs to make sure that he can swoop in.
There it is.
Pick up the eliminations once they do. And he does get the siphon. They need to remember he has to flopper, so he can slow down a bit. Maybe fall back in the backside.
1v1.
Take fight for himself. Yeah, 1v1 now. A chance to win out this game. He can bounce himself in, hit the necessary shots, and he does.
Wow.
Mars OW. What a player. The other one is left to clutch up by themselves. So will these guys be the difference makers? Will they be able to stay by each other, stay hip to hip for the remainder of the game? Definitely a possibility. I like this right here. Both trying to get in. You see how they're both trying to get in from different angles. Ron spraying in from the side. Blake taking that first contact from directly in front of that player. Now Ron in the box, does get the knock. Does a great job. Gonna finish that player off now. As Blake is scurrying below. I wonder where that player's teammate is and whether they do aggress him. You know, team fighters are just the people who understand spacing, understand, you know, really fighting for your teammate, right? Like one person has to sacrifice, one person has to really commit to like saying, hey, look, I'm gonna go wherever you are and try to help you and jump in on the player you're aggressing. Ron does a great job there, finding that player, and that closes out Now you'll see Squally with that controller in hand, going to look to condition the rest of the lobby to stay exactly where they are. He wants to avoid anybody who can potentially contest their high ground. And along the way to doing that, try to pick up some eliminations as well. You see him here applying some pressure to players who are playing on that backside of the zone and taking them out as well.
Yeah, and it's going to be the rinse and repeat. We talk about trying to find win conditions. The perfect win condition is literally right here, right now. You're watching it unfold before your eyes. High ground zone 6. If you don't have to fight for it, you can just play for it. It's even better. Ooh, this is risky. Okay, breaks into second. Heights tarp there, for instance, by himself to put some pressure down. Works out in some form of the way. Does get some damage there, but that could have been viewed as a throwaway.
You can see now the pressure does continue to go through. They are going to probably have to switch here to Wood very soon, but Scully does a great job to pick up an elimination there. Will he go for the loot? It doesn't look like it. Opting to just both stay on height, not wanting to get distracted, taking different angles on high ground, but remaining here together and looking to pick up even more eliminations. They've already got 6 now, and I'm sure they're not done yet.
That's when like the replay client was really kicking off back then as well. So you were able to study all the gameplay and really just learn from the best of the best. Fortnite's come a long way now. This is like, how do I say? This is like muscle memory at this point. You just know intuitively how to play these angles now. And it's interesting to watch how the game really has developed. But no, we talked about what Scully's doing, jumping down into these enemy tarps. Here and now, that was a huge misplay. It's up to High on high ground. Who can clutch this out or has to clutch this?
Being able to just lurk that team on height is spraying through it. He jumps across in such a cool fashion. Now returning to some old builds, but finding himself being dropped down. That player chokes the shots, and all of a sudden that almost gives Mars another opportunity. He spots this player lurking in the backside of the zone. Will he be able to get the siphon? As he gets the knock, he will. And now the mats will be found. Has he got the HP though to win out this game? He's tanking so much storm damage, only 40 HP left and not much time to get many off. He needs to hit a huge shot here.
Impressive still a 3rd place. Seems like that's Zoldyck up above. He gets hit down to no HP. She's trying to bounce her on up. This is a desperate play now for high ground. So scary. Here comes a chunk splash. Luckily it's going to work out. Even RPG up above as well, still in play right now.
Yeah, but her mats have gone down to the very last bits, and she hasn't got much to work with. And the RPG is just so strong. This is a game that looked like they were about to win, but now with that RPG coming into play, things are looking very different. I'll tell you that much. Look, it looks like they maybe are trying to go back down, drop down all the way to low and spray that player out, it seems. It is just a 2v1, but the RPG is so strong, and so it's so hard to fight against. They are doing the best that they possibly can at the moment, it seems. It looks like Lawyer's teammate is doing a great job up and does pick up the elimination, so they will get the victory out.
Not only that, catches the opponent, pops the minis for good security measure as well, just to capitalize on the heals. His teammate is in trouble though. Tenzi needs a little bit of a backup, so doing exactly what he needs to do here and keeping the body hostage so that he can exactly get this mini off right here. Little mistiming there, but there it is. Now he can hop right back into the game here, get back on top of his teammate, possibly play hip to hip. Here's another opponent trying to hop in. Nope, solo gets deleted. That's how quickly things can change down below. 26 elims. This is looking like a 30-piece for him.
There's a player on that wall, and they might look to converge on that team, as they can spot that they have the edits, and so the shots come through, but those guys were expecting it. And so now another attempt at a battle. So many players on the low ground. It's an all-out brawl. They pick up a knock. Not going to actually get the finish for that one. But still, the elimination credit will come through eventually. They just need to stay alive for long enough. Need to be careful of above them. And now continue to find the low ground. And now Yarkos goes down. That leaves Jacob all alone.
Respect to Jacob to just keep his muscle memory here and stick the gun fight, right? The gunplay, knowing that he's out of material. 4th place is where he's going to fall.
You know, there's other teams in this lobby who are going to be having a hectic time, you know, struggling, but these guys look so comfortable. They don't look stressed whatsoever. It looks like they're just really picking their spots, looking for eliminations where they can and finding, you know, opportunities. That's where things get messy, right? When you're on the backside and players are in shambles trying to get in on your box. But Amplify does a good job of getting out, and on the way back to his teammate, finds elimination and some nice mats that will sustain them for a bit longer in this game.
Yeah, for sure. And look, he's going to find a nice knock there. Doesn't get to reap the rewards, though, just yet. Never mind. His teammate is there to pick it all up. Matzo swings right in. There goes the split for the 2. Saving some for his squad mate here. Okay, but he's still on the hunt. Fully charged. cone in front of him. Oh, the charge wasn't enough to bust through it. He is going to steal one away from the edge of the storm line. This is perfect. This is all literally falling in favor now for Matzo and Amplify. The ideal situation on the low ground, and another just complete melt opportunity there with the compact SMG. What a way to really swing up the points right now. He's already virtually qualified at this point. He's in the 400 range.
And eye drop as well is going to be someone who's looking to sort of step up those performances. He's now playing with Savage and Tayson, right? Two of the best players in the world. And so he wants to keep that standard for himself. And so now with Matzo getting into that box, will he be able to hit the right shots? No, he won't. Eye drop will take him down, it looks like. And so they are out of the game, but still a great game for them.
Yo, man, we were wondering if we were going to see some eye drop appearance, and yes, he's here. He's in these end game instances as well, which means that he's in the high point lobbies trying to qualify his way through. Will eye drop be able to do enough to make it on in? Here's Clicks, though. Clicks trying to do enough as well. Nice job for Clicks here, who's operating still with Creo in this end game right now, and they have control of high ground. He gets the proper refresher that he needs.
You see him now, he feels comfortable just being able to drop down because he knows that Creo is going to be fine on height. There's nobody that's going to be contesting Creo for it. And so he knows Creo can just stay up there. I'm going to stay down here and look to box players up, look to find some eliminations, and he spotted someone out. And will he be able to find it? He does, and he's not done yet because there's another player below him. Will he actually find the shot onto him? He's looking for it. The cone into that player's box, not able to actually get all the edits, so he needs to break his way in if he wants to find these shots, but he's doing a great job. So, and he's going to continue to just chase these players down. He wants these limbs, and he will look to find them, gets the finish there. Oh my goodness, Click's going on a tear.
Yeah, he's crushing it. This is the last player. They do end up concluding that as well. A victory this late in the competition is a huge confident booster. Jumps them up to 383. Ethical down low right here, putting in some good pressure. They've got him tracked out. They know where he is. Should be enough to put him in a dead end, if you will. Go ahead and wrap this up. Ronaldo still hunting. Wait, the longer this goes, though, more mats they waste. And no, they actually trigger the AI there. Have to change focus. Wait a second. They find a player inside and then another player trapped in the prison.
And he finally will. Minis come through now. And the bouncer will come in as well to rotate his way in.
I thought he was going to hit the other bouncer. For a moment there, I would have sent him back into the zone. Nice pick there. He truly needed the siphon. The HP was getting chunked up.
Yeah, most definitely. I think they finally found their bearings now. And so positioning themselves in a place where they can win out the game, pick up even more eliminations. Yeah. Elevated positioning, play on the backside of the zone. You know what happens with that combination. Eliminations do come through. And so now I'd like to see these guys bounce. Yep, the bouncer does come through. The angling's a bit awkward there for Ron, but he will be able to find it. And instantly they spot out this player that's landed somewhat near them. I thought they might have maybe just went for that, but they don't. They choose to stay up on the high ground, and you see what the high ground provides. Provides more potential for even more eliminations. That player gets tagged down to white HP, and Ron will and finish off the job. Even on AU ping, he's able to just make this plays an attack.
So long as they don't get dropped here now, one siphon is going to be all but sure of a security from to win this game. Let's see if he can get that HP advantage. 26 elims now, and enough players alive to get the 30 piece. And yes, there's the siphon he truly needed. Now he is a full-on tank. We already know he's on fire. We already know the ping isn't holding him back here. His teammate is going to get cracked, though, for all the shield. He's coming to the rescue. There it is. He does save Ethical, and the game victory as well. The Storm does the rest. What a round for Ron there.
I just can't believe my eyes. He's absolutely ripped through the lobby there. He's done a great job. The confidence.
But done here. Now the pressure's going to come in. It should really allow them to funnel all these players down onto one another. Remember, we don't have what we had before as far as the movement to get back up to the top. Perfect breakthrough there. It's a 115. And Clicks, your biggest enemy is yourself. As he falls down now, he has to get into the mix. The siphon keeps him up, but no, down to a single thread of HP. He does have the match just enough to get on up, but quite literally a 1 HP difference here. There goes the splash. Okay, he's back.
What are the odds he survives on 1 HP there? Like, surely he doesn't just survive there 1 HP. Fortunately, though, for them, though, that is going to mean that now in the 2v1 with this player trying to make a high ground play, I'm sure these guys aren't too worried about this guy's attempts at high ground. He's on white HP now. They should be able to take him out rather swiftly. Creo eyeing him up. Click's just going to, drink the big pot to secure the game. And as the game closes out, Qs are closing in 15 minutes. These guys just picked up a win. They're going to be able to hop into another game. How on earth has he hit that snipe shot? That's going to be the opening they need, the space created to be able to take the high ground. Plays like that are the difference between qualifying and not qualifying. What a shot he just hit there.
Not only that, the 3 body tag follow-up as well as might as well be the icing on the cake here. And yes, they are wrapping up the lobby as they are cleaning house. This might be the final players here just underneath them. Punisher does get punished in return here, though, for the overpeak. So now it still is a matter of closing out 2v2 situation. We know one might be a solo there in front of him. It could be the down body actually inside the storm line as well. Not sure if the siphon ticked all the way through. Either way, though, Zaylin and Pun have the high ground now. And here goes the lead tarp in front, trying to get this opening line of sight here. There it is, the down body in front of them. It should all be over here now as they wrap their way into the box. And yes, 1 body tag is going to be enough.
You know, they are dominating the high ground, applying so much pressure. The rocket, ooh, this isn't good, is it? Clicks drops down. And although I do believe they've qualified, it is rather humorous to see Clicks go down to somebody with the name Dreamhack Duo winner. Maybe these guys are looking to get a Dreamhack Duo win on EU. If they are, they can't afford to make mistakes like that in the next round. Creo, though, is a very well-versed and experienced player. And with just the little mats he has, he will be looking to try win this one out. 1v2, it seems. It's going to be difficult, but with that charged shotgun in hand, he has the potential to hit the right shots. He drops down now, not able to connect with anything, unfortunate for them. But once again, like Monster said, we may have just watched them qualify. What a game by those two.
Yeah, and someone who needs to do this as well is Diego.
Is going to push them even further on that journey to securing themselves a spot. And they can get into this box, hit these shots. This player is completely unaware. He's been caught with his pants down. He goes down, and I think that's it. I think that's going to be enough for these two to make their way into that semi-finals. Scully is feeling himself. Oh my goodness, Scully, you are a bad man. He continues on the hunt for even more eliminations. He doesn't care about his HP. He just wants to find some elim points. What a game from Scully right now.
Yeah, we're watching this. This is popping up to socials without a doubt. He's going to find himself a back-to-back-to-back. And now at 546, this is it. They're going to be making their way to the semis. If you keep playing like this, champ, you will be up towards the top of the standings. Great game so far for Scully and Ibuhai. They're going to find another one in the low ground here. That's Ibuhai's pick there with the edit down, the drop down. Ibuhai's going to 4. He only had 80 HP right before this. Scully makes a run for the high ground. He is going to be successful, catches the opponent, and he actually goes on the run here. No bills. The tracking was good. And Scully still feeling himself right now.
Shots are flying in and the shots are connecting. Scully's done an amazing job, it seems, to be able to just stay up in this one.
Oh my gosh, look at the shot right there. He gets the siphon, comes down for the 117. It was so close, but no cigar. What a game. We're seeing some pop-offs here. 3 potential qualifying runs in a row. This is becoming more and more exciting, obviously, as the stakes are put before us. Ron goes down. Ethical is going to have to clutch for his team now.
There we go. Josh and Rojo at the top, looking pretty comfortable with 681 points.
Yeah, you said it, Monster, right? You know, you called him out and he heard you loud and clear, because Rojo